sometimes slows us down. We want to be accurate. Your offer of information is appreciated, and we don't want anything to go wrong.
Whatever I can do to help. It's a little bizarre here with the camera. I feel like I'm having a Princess Diana moment.
Oh, that's funny. You're a funny guy. Oh, you'll get used to it. I mean, I hope you don't mind. It's not a problem, right?
No, not at all. Anything that'll help.
Oh, isn't that a great attitude? Nice if everybody had that attitude, right? Okay, so just for the record, you're here to offer help about the investigation into Samuel Taylor. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Our investigation into the sexual abuse of minors.
Yes. That's what they're saying in the papers.
Good. So, Detective Maury and I are all ears, Justin. Whenever you're ready.
I heard Mr. Taylor was arrested, and I don't know everything, of course. I just think it's horrible what they're saying about it. As soon as I heard, I thought, I know him. I didn't know what to do. I thought about it, and I thought I decided I should call you and offer my help.
You run a dance studio, is that right? Same as Mr. Taylor?
Yes. I teach kids, and I do choreography for solo artists. Mr. Taylor, he's strictly a dance teacher. For children in the studio. I do the same, so I thought I might have some insight. I mean, I don't know what they say about him, but I do know what the dance world can be. Unusual when looked at from the outside.
Unusual, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You must have found that. You must think things look odd, men in tights, and I know. Everyone thinks all male dancers are gay.
Well, men who sexually engage children are statistically not homosexual, Justin. Do you have any personal knowledge of Mr. Taylor having a boyfriend?
Oh, no. I don't know anything about his personal life. I assume that he's married to a woman.
No harm done. Well, let's get back to the information that brought you here. You've got an insider's perspective sort of view.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Exactly. A professional perspective. I teach children, and I know some of the moves can seem overly familiar to the uninitiated. Parents will sometimes tell me how siblings giggle when they see their brothers do lift for the first time. When a boy lifts the girl, then the girl slides down the boy's body. It seems so personal.
Yeah, I get that. You're saying context, right? Like, touching in context is okay, someplace else it's not okay?
Exactly. Exactly right. What's important is that it isn't personal touching, it's professional touching.
Mr. Taylor's touching? No personal touching? When you were a student with him, I mean?
Of course not. I don't think so. That's what he's accused of, isn't it? I just wanted to give you some perspective from the world of dance.
Dance with kids. Yeah, we appreciate that. Professional touching only. Oh, would you like a coffee or a soda or something?
What? No. No, thank you. I don't drink coffee or sugary drinks. I take care of my body. I have to. When I was a child, when I was in Mr. Taylor's, one of his students, I was fat. Baby fat, as it turns out.
Must have been tough for a dancer.
Mr. Taylor was kind to me about it. The other boys, they were so fit, much more suitable than me. I keep to a strict diet now. My body's my instrument.
Better guy than me. My husband's always telling me I should be careful like you. You look like you're in shape.
It takes constant willpower, detective. I was a fat child. The only boy at the studio shaped like a potato. Mr. Taylor used to call me Potato. He was trying to be funny, of course, to encourage me. The other boys would laugh. It was all in good fun.
So Mr. Taylor's a funny guy. Like you too. You're a funny guy too, right? Well, okay. Those kids then. Any of them dancers like you?
Those boys are the same ones making the accusations now. The victims. I recognized many of them from the newspaper. One newspaper even printed a photo that I'm in. It was so long ago, it's meaningless now. I hope no one thinks I'm saying anything against Mr. Taylor. And, I mean, the dance world is so small. Even being associated with something like this can taint a reputation.
You remember the men who were making the accusations?
The victims? I mean, that's what the newspapers are calling them. I remember them, but only after saw it in the papers. I'm really sorry for what happened to them, or what allegedly happened to them. That's the right thing to say, isn't it? Allegedly?
Do you want a lawyer?
What? No. Why would I want a lawyer? I'm here to offer my advice. I called you.
Hey, Maury, Justin's offering us help. A professional perspective. Show a little respect. Sorry for that. Interrupting you.
That's fine. It doesn't bother me.
Oh, we've got to ask that. If you want a lawyer. I should have mentioned it when we started, but you don't want one. So, right. So, what did you think when you first heard that Mr. Taylor had been arrested?
I was shocked, naturally. I know Mr. Taylor knew. I even had his name on my webpage as an early influence. Removed now, of course. I couldn't keep that information on there, could I?
Worried about how it looked?
Exactly. I'm not saying I think he's guilty. Innocent until proven, right? But dance is such a small world. Even the suggestion of a scandal... Well, I've been lucky. My classes haven't been affected.
No one's been accusing you of anything, have they?
A few imbeciles have whispered. All my intelligent parents are reacting like mature adults that they are. A student or two has missed a class. Some people believe anything they hear.
Overreacting, right?
Well, that's why I thought I should have called and offered my help. I saw that reference to a suspected accomplice. I mean, what does that even mean? I was 13 years old at the time. The other boys, well, they were older than me. I was 13. They were at least a year older than me. So if anyone could claim innocence, it's me, isn't it?
Well, I didn't see your name mentioned in the papers. Why would parents pull their kids from your class?
Exactly. It's utterly ludicrous, isn't it? Mr. Taylor knew I was keen on dancing, but because of my body shape, being fat, he made allowances. He let me help out around the studio.
Like clean up or something?
Yes, that's right. I'd clean up after classes, put things away, do small errands. That's what makes me so suspicious about the accusations the victims, are making.
Your insider's perspective, right?
Exactly. I was there, and I never saw anything those boys are talking about. I never saw as much as an inappropriate glance from Mr. Taylor.
He was good to you?
He was good to everyone. Always helping boys for free of charge. I can tell you, when you teach, you always see the errors stand out. You always see the errors. They stand out a mile. If I spent as much time as Mr. Taylor training boys for free, I'd never get anything done. I can remember many times him going over a rehearsal tape with a boy in his office, giving advice, boosting his confidence.
He'd encourage them.
Exactly right. He'd encourage them. The office is not exactly private, so I'd often hear him telling the boys what they could become, offering them private lessons to help them improve.
You'd listen.
Well, I didn't have a choice. I'd be vacuuming or putting on a piece of music he'd want to hear. But when there was a pause in the music, I'd hear as plain as day. And I can tell you, he's a decent man.
You could hear everything?
That's what I'm saying. And that's why I'm so surprised about what the boys are saying. After all he offered, they never showed an ounce of gratitude. Just sullen and rude.
No gratitude.
If I had taken the time, if I had taken that kind of time, if he had taken that kind of time with me, I would have been very grateful. To have a mentor, it's an experience offered to so few. I can tell you. A trainer. I can tell you, a mentor willing to train you, and at such a young age, well, that's not something money can buy. It's priceless and should be appreciated.
You mentor students?
Excuse me?
Do you mentor students? Do you mentor your students?
No, I mean, yes, of course. All teachers do. But what does that have to do with it?
Matisse Jeffries, 14. Your student for 2 years. You mentor him.
Matisse?
You mentor him in your office and at your home.
What is he talking about? Matisse, I'm here to talk about Mr. Taylor.
Matisse Jeffries, 14. Aiden Sloan, 14. Amir Batik,
What is he saying?
13.
What is he saying those names? Explain to him. I'm here voluntarily. I'm here to help. I'm giving information about Mr. Taylor.
Those names. We got them from Mr. Taylor. You and Mr. Taylor, you mentor together?
What? I'd like a Lauren. No, please.